My win. Um, I would say, well, I went on a little cabin trip, and I did absolutely no work. And I'm always working, so I feel like that was a major win. So for like 2 days, about 2.5 days, I wasn't on social. I wasn't, on my laptop, computer, all the things. I was just kind of present, and
Mm-hmm.
it was really nice. It was about seven of us, so I just kind of reconnected with people on
Nice.
a more personal level. So that was really fun.
Love that. That's a great win. Congratulations.
Thank you. I needed it.
Good. That's not easy to do. So proud of you for that one. I need to challenge myself to do
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay, Brandy, let's talk about it. We need to set some goals for this week. So what are you thinking? How are you feeling about going into this week? Anything specific that you want to work on? Anything like that?
So my goal is really to not be entirely depleted of energy
Mm-hmm.
and so lethargic that I can't function after workouts. Uh, so I'm going to, and I'm terrible at eating. Like I probably eat one meal a day.
Okay.
So I'm intentionally trying to eat 3 meals a day.
Okay.
That is my goal for this week, which sounds silly, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean that's not silly, honestly. That's harder than it seems. Um it's not easy to, especially when you're so used to only eating one time a day. It's not easy to increase that. So I mean that's a good goal for this week. Do we have a plan in place to try to make that happen?
So it's funny that you mentioned overnight oats because I was talking to some friends and they suggested it. I used to make overnight oats back in the day, so I'm going to start doing that. I should actually have purchased everything when I was at the grocery store, but starting Wednesday, I will do overnight oats.
Okay.
I had no plan for lunch, but I have to cook dinner because I'm somebody's mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have dinner. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do about lunch. And if it's pre-planned, it's easier. If I have to come up with it on the fly, then it's almost certainly going to be something where I'm getting food from a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do fast food, but it would have to be a restaurant, and I prefer not to do that. So I just need to maybe meal prep or something. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
not my wheelhouse. So.
Yeah, so one thing, when it comes to meal prep, I feel like we all kind of overestimate meal prep and what that is. And we think it has to be this like drawn out like Instagram viral video looking type of setup, when really all it is just making more food than you need in that moment. So
That is what I'm doing for dinner. So yay.
yay, we're meal prepping. Look at that. Meal prep Sunday. So I want you to kind of think about it like that. And when you're about to go to the grocery store again, make a list of what you need and actually write out the meals. I want you to download. Have you? So there are a couple of different options for the meal tracker app, and Cindy, I want you to do this too. Um, there's MyFitnessPal, which is easy. There's another one called Chronometer. These two pair up with the app, the coaching app. So the coaching app is connected to these two. So when you download it and you enter your meals in there, it'll show up and I can see it on the app.
Okay, I think I have that.
Which
But I'll
one?
check. My Fitness
My
Pal?
MyFitnessPal. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have that, but I'll make sure.
Okay. Yeah, because I want you to download that, and then you can track your meals that way. One kind of trick or hack that, and Jennifer, this would be helpful for you too, is putting the meals in before you eat them. Like put the meal in the night before, so that's helping you kind of already plan out what you're eating the next day. And it takes kind of, oh, I forgot to track it when I ate it. I don't remember what I ate, but now you're
Yeah.
kind of planning ahead for what you're going to eat the next day, and it makes it more organized and it helps you keep track with your meal tracking better.
How many calories should I consume? I heard someone talking about that earlier.
Yeah, so everybody's going to be a little bit different, but I definitely need you higher than you think.
I don't have a thought.
So I'm going to pull up this thing and I will tell you your estimated calorie intake.
Okay, no rush. Thank you.
No problem. Let me do it this way. While I'm doing this, Jennifer, tell us a win.
Cindy, don't laugh. I've been eating more meals.
Okay. How is this, like times a day? We're eating more times a day, or what does that look like?
That's my other problem. No, I just eat more because before I wasn't really eating enough. So now, I mean, I guess I eat more times a day because now I'm actually eating. So technically, I guess yes.
Okay. Well, congrats. We've been working on that one, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Did we talk about what you're supposed to be doing? Like last week, did we have goals for this week? I don't remember yours. Was yours was sleeping? Did you have a routine too? Getting back to your routine, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that go?
Very good.
You were off though, so that's a little.
Yeah, I think me taking off really messed me up. If I'm gonna take off, I need to be actually doing something.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
Like going somewhere or.
Oh,
like,
you're saying, okay, I see what you're saying.
My hand, I was just off.
Mm-hmm.
Finish my floors.
Okay, that's good. Brandy, 1750 is around your daily calorie intake goal, should be. Did I say Brandy? I said Brandy, right?
You said Brandy. I thought I was trying to lose weight.
Yes.
Okay, girl.
Yes. So let me explain. When we are on a mission of losing weight, we still have to hit a minimum calorie intake in order for our body to not automatically go into starvation mode. If we're not getting the minimum amount of calories to kind of just maintain and kind of go through daily bodily functions, then your body starts to go into starvation mode, which means it's just going to hold on to fat. So that's where fat gets stored around your stomach area and in different places, just because it has nowhere to go and it doesn't want to starve. It's in survival mode. So if you feed your body the appropriate amount of calories while still working out and building muscle and doing all the things, now that fat is able to turn into muscle and you're able to actually burn fat. So it's a process. Yes. So your kind of average thing is around 1700, which honestly it's not really hard to hit that 1700. Let me pull this up as well. No, it's not what I said. It's not what I want. If we say 1700 divided by 3, that's about 567. We'll say 560. 560 calories per meal, which is not that bad. So when you start using that app and you put the things in there, you'll be able to see what each meal is and kind of have an estimate for that. Cool. Brandy, not Brandy, Cindy, let's do yours real quick. How old are you? Or type your age, your height, and your current weight in the chat for me.
Oh, you saw me talking, huh? That's why I got called out. Age, height, on a good day or in heels?
Both. Should be the same.
What was the other thing?
Current weight.
Oh, I'm gonna go with what I saw on the scale this morning. Never seen me at that. Went up in weight class. If I was in class, I'm up in weight class.
That's not.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds right.
Okay, so you need to be around 1900. So I will be generous and give you 1850.
Okay, so that means I've got to readjust my find where I can like alter what I'm getting to add like another, because I feel like I've been doing it on like a 1700 calorie thing.
1700 isn't bad for you. I probably would stay higher though. I would try to get closer to 18, 19 for you.
And I want more protein, right?
Correct.
Like protein is the safest thing to add.
Yeah.
Without, like,
So
sugar
you want your goal body weight in grams of protein per day. So that's about what you want to aim for.
What? That's a lot of protein.
Not really.
You
What's your goal body weight?
I don't know, because originally I was saying I wanted to be 170, but then there's this guy on Facebook that's funny. He's like, if you ain't 180, you ain't a lady. And I don't agree with that because I like myself smaller, but I've also felt really good being bigger. I don't know what my goal weight is.
So we're going to go with 175.
Okay. We'll go with 175.
We're going to go with 175.
So I need 175 grams of protein.
Correct. You divide that by 3. That's about 60 grams of protein per, well, no, let's do it this way. 175 times 0.8.
So hold on. If
140. Hold on. I got you. Just give me a second. Divided by 3. So you want about 45 grams of protein per actual meal.
how many?
45.
Okay, so then I do like 6 ounces of the chicken or turkey instead of 5 because I think I've been doing 5 ounces and that's like 38 grams. So if I do,
Shit.
no, this is saying 5 ounces is 141.7 grams. How do I know what my meal,
It said 5 ounces. Huh? 5 ounces is what?
I'm confused. It says that 5 ounces of chicken is 38 grams of protein. Does that sound right?
That's more accurate.
Okay. So then 6 ounces would be close enough on the protein?
Yes.
Or can I do 5 ounces and a protein bar?
Okay, so just take a beat. Hold on. I'm doing this math for you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, all right. So if you were to eat 3 meals a day plus 2 snacks,
Mm-hmm.
in those 3 meals, you want to aim for about 45 grams of protein in that entire meal. Now, when you're having your snacks, your 2 snacks or 1 snack, you want about 18 grams if it's 2 and about 36 grams if it's just the 1. So depending on that, you can get that from a protein shake just in that snack. And you've already got your meat, so your chicken, your steak, your salmon, whatever that may be, is where you're going to get your protein from.
So the 1850 is my per day goal.
Correct.
45 grams of protein per meal. I don't know how to spell either. And then that's 3 meals, right?
Correct.
So I can't cut out a meal right now. 18 grams per team, and that's how one snack?
18 grams if it's 2 snacks per day, and it'll be 36 grams if it's just coming from one.
Okay. Okay.
So kind of keep that in mind. And I think everybody needs to do the same thing as far as tracking. Enter your meals the night before so that way we have a more organized day. And then you can adjust as needed. Like if you only ate half of it, you can adjust that at the end of the day, whatever you need to do. But at least it's there so you know what the goal is for the day. So that helps it be more organized.
What did you say to what app to track it?
So MyFitnessPal is one. And then Chronometer is another one.
CHRON, chronometer.
CRO, not CH. I think that one has just like a red apple as their picture or something like that.
Okay.
Now with this, yes, we're increasing the calories, but we need to make sure that we're also increasing our movement. So hitting our step goals throughout the day, getting our workouts in throughout the week, getting enough rest at night, all of those things play a role with this too.
Oh, I did 10 miles on the bike. I didn't feel like working out, but I knew I needed cardio. I did 10 miles on the bike.
Look at that. And how'd you feel after that?
I actually felt pretty good. I went and stretched for an hour and a half. I used one of the rolling foam things and everything because like a lot of my like body tension is in my hips. Like I would really benefit from some sort of yoga, but it was good. I didn't feel, I watched my blood pressure the whole time that I was going through it. Like I got up to like 20 something on the bicycle pedals. Like I had it in the 20s.
Nice. Love that.
I didn't fall out.
Congratulations. Good work.
I got all the, I didn't put the stats on. I took a picture of all the different things that it said that like all this information that it shares from it.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to put it on my thing. I was going to try. I got distracted at that workout because I saw like, I think I saw 1 or 2 people from the bar that I worked at. And like I said, hey, but he didn't hear me. And then he approached me and it kind of startled me. But he offered to help me too, like work out or train. But I don't know if I'm ready to, I don't know if I want a man in there like trying to work out with me because they're going to be trying to be like touchy feely. And I'm going to be like, keep your hands to your fucking self.
Okay, let's bring it back a little bit. Bring it back.
Okay. Talk to somebody else. I'm about to spend money on Chick-fil-A. I want a grilled chicken wrap. I'm hungry.
All right.
Let them talk about themselves instead of me.
Yep. Track it in your app. Download your app before you do that and track it. How about that?
We're on the phone.
What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, the things say, okay, this is open. Okay.
Cam, what are we focusing on at the moment? How can I help you?
Okay, so I do have a meal app. What's the name of it? Let me see if I can find it real quick. I do have a meal app so I can put in like set a goal, put in what I've eaten, all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that it is helpful. It's called VSync. I think it is VE Sync. And it comes with like a measurer, like a scale, so you can like weigh out everything. And I think that's been really helpful.
You said it comes with a scale?
Yeah, like I ordered up, like so that you really buy the scale, and then it comes with an app. And so the scale is integrated into the app. You can meal prep and measure out everything and all that. So it's been really helpful. And I also got an app called FitPod, and that helps me with scheduling out my workout routines. and tracking that, and they all sync. So whatever I do on the one app, it'll sync up to the other. I think my biggest issue is I don't enjoy the gym. So Tony, my partner, she went to the gym this morning, and I didn't. When I'm there, I'm all game. Like I really enjoy myself, but like getting up to go is really difficult. So we did go walking today, and I do enjoy that. I think what I want to achieve is just being able to get up in the morning and start it. Go work out in the morning. Wake up, go work out.
Mm-hmm.
So how I jumped into that gear, I don't know. Because I can do it like tomorrow, I will do it, but then the next day after that, I probably won't do it. So it's like that consistency is really my issue.
Okay. Fair. But my question to that would be, or I guess not question, my response to that would be, what are we doing it for? Because I think a lot of times the reason that we have a harder time staying consistent with something like that is we just don't have a big enough reason. It's like, oh, it's cool. It's, I can do it. I cannot do it. I don't really need to do it. Like we need to figure out the bigger reason behind why we're doing it. And then that can start to help us with the consistency of it. So if you had to say your reasoning, what would you say that is?
For getting up and going to the gym?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I've put on some pounds in the last, I probably put on like 10 pounds in the last, which is, it's not a whole bunch, but I can see it and feel it and everything. And so my reasoning is to just drop a few pounds and kind of get back into a better shape that I'm comfortable with. So for instance, like some of my clothes are getting tighter and all the things. So it's the writing is on the wall that if I don't do something, I'm only going to kind of dig myself into a bigger hole.
Okay. Is that a big enough reason for you to commit?
I feel like it should be, yeah.
But is it? Should be and is may not necessarily be the same thing.
I think it is. It is. I think I as much as I want to do it in the morning, I don't think that it needs to be in the morning.
Okay.
But I want it to be in the morning. So I think the working out part is not really the issue. It's just that most of the people I go to the gym with, or because I don't like to I don't like to the gym at all, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually would prefer going with someone to kind of help, make that trip a little bit more enjoyable. And usually they're in the morning. So if I miss them, then I've missed my workout at the gym at least.
Why don't you enjoy the gym? What about it don't you enjoy?
I think I'm a little self-conscious, number one. There's a lot of men. So I feel like I'm kind of, if the gym was private, if there was no one there, I'm more comfortable with people there, or particularly men there. I get a little intimidated.
Okay. Okay. So that's the only reason that you don't like the gym? You just feel more comfortable going with somebody?
Yes. If and in particular, like so long as that, like like LA Fitness or Planet Fitness, or some of these some gyms do have like a fit, like I mentioned to you a week ago, or 2 weeks, a week and a half ago, that I went to one gym and it was kind of muggy and it felt sticky. It just didn't fit. It didn't smell good and all of that. So I don't particularly like most gyms that I go to don't feel like that. But that is definitely like a deal breaker as far as me going to that gym.
Mhm.
But overall, it's usually like I kind of need like a partner.
Do you feel when you say you're self-conscious, is it because you feel you don't feel comfortable doing the exercises? Or you feel like people are watching you? Or what exactly are you self-conscious about?
The exercise is fine. So for instance, the Fitbod app that I have, it shows me how to do the exercise. So I can do it fine. I think it's just self-conscious about just people looking, I guess.
Okay. So couple things about that. And this is like just full transparency, just me being as blunt as possible or respectfully blunt as possible. Nobody cares.
Ain't nobody looking. I knew you was gonna say that.
Nobody gives a shit.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
They don't give a shit. If anything, they want to help potentially. But they're worried. They're either thinking the same thing themselves or they're just in their own world. So that's just one thing to keep in mind when you're doing that. Like there's literally, I've seen, and I'm gonna probably do a reaction to this. I've seen so many videos of people like falling, busting their ass, and it's like nobody even looks over because they're not paying attention. They're in their own world. So just something to keep in mind with that. So we're gonna have to get over that. So I'm going to challenge you to go by yourself at least twice this week.
Cool.
And we need to. Okay, Brandy, I'll see you tomorrow. So I'm going to challenge you to do that, but we need to find a time that works for your schedule. So just because other people are growing in the morning, like I said, that may not necessarily be the best time for you. And I fully understand wanting to go in the morning, get it over with. But again, that may not necessarily be the most ideal thing for your current routine. So we need to figure out where it perfectly fits, as perfect as possible, as seamless as possible into your current schedule. Days, times, duration, all of that needs to be set in stone into a routine for you, whether it's with somebody or not with somebody. Because the problem when we say that we're going to do it with somebody is now we're relying on that person for us to go to the gym and get what we got to get done. And it shouldn't work like that. Because now they're not going. What does that mean? You're not going to go because they decided that they want to take the day off. So that is going to be my homework to you, to figure out the day, the time, the duration, figure all of that out, and then do it at least twice this week by yourself.
Got it.
If somebody can come with you, cool. They're joining you. You're not relying your workout on them.
Okay.
Questions, comments, concerns?
No, I think I appreciate the challenge, and I'll take you up on that.
Thank you. I also want you to take some progress photos, because I think one issue or one opportunity that we miss out on a lot is having a committed start. And that comes from taking some initial progress photos, getting some initial stats, figuring out what your baseline is and where you're starting, and then knowing what you want the end result to be. What are we working on? What are we trying to change? We have that start. When are we doing our next progress photos? Like having an actual concrete date saying, okay, now today is where I'm starting. Today is what I'm committing to, and what that plan looks like. For right now, that plan looks like 2 days a week. And then as we progress, as we go, we build off of that. So then it's 3 days a week. Then it's maybe nutrition stuff. And then it's whatever the case may be. But that's going to look different for everybody. But just setting that initial commitment is going to be big.
Yeah, I like that. I think what I like the idea of taking progress photos and then like a goal or a date for the next one, so that there's something I'm looking forward to, and I would be really curious to see the any changes, if there's any changes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay, that sounds like something I'm down for.
Cool. And then let me know if anything comes up, any questions, comments, concerns, any challenges during that time. Oof, I didn't realize how dark it was in here. Yeah, as you go along, let me know any if anything comes up.
And I know, and I was listening to you in regards to the calorie intake and making sure that it's not, because I definitely find myself, especially in the past, under eating for the purpose of like, losing weight. And I do like the idea that like, hey, you're probably doing yourself a disservice by not eating enough in the long run. So yeah, that was really helpful. Right now I'm doing 1,600 calories. Okay. I think that's good. I don't know.
Put your stats in the chat for me so we can see age, height, and current weight. And while she's doing that, Jennifer, we kind of talked a little bit about your routine is a little bit off, but we're getting back this week. How do we feel going into this week?
Busy?
You said busy?
Yeah.
Like this week is going to be busy for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow, and that day's pretty much dead. And then Wednesday is full of appointments. Thursday should be a little more free, and then I'm back to work for.
Okay. Cam, 1,600 is accurate for you. That's a good number.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so busy week. How do we plan to prepare for unexpected things this week, like getting meals in during the busy times? Have we prepped anything? Well, I know you worked last night, but do we have a plan in place for any of that?
Nope.
All right, well, let's get one. Do we have groceries?
Nope.
All right, well, let's get some. Do we have a list?
Nope.
All right, well, let's start there. There we go. So we'll get a list of what we're going to eat, the meals we're going to eat, what ingredients we need, set some time to go to the store or order groceries. Shout out to Walmart delivery.
Need that account.
Yeah. I think you can use my account. I don't know how that works because I can just change the location. So yeah, I need you to actually go though, because I need you to return my stuff. So after that, then you can use my account. We'll get into that. So we're gonna make the grocery list. We're going to go to the store and get the groceries. We're going to prep the groceries. What else?
That like now.
Uh-huh.
I would have to do that now. And I haven't had any sleep.
What time do you plan on going to sleep?
7:30.
Okay, well, let's order groceries. So, okay, let's work on the list. By the time this call ends, you should have your list together. You can order groceries tonight, have them sent. I don't know the latest time that you can get them delivered, but you can have them delivered tonight or in the morning. What does your morning look like?
I have to leave here by 12.
Okay, so if you're going to bed at 7:30, you'll get enough rest. You'll have plenty of time to make some meals in the morning before you have to leave.
Yeah.
So that's the plan currently. and that'll give you a couple days. What else do we need to try to control for this week?
Getting to the gym. I did like the whole get there at 6:45, but I think I did that 2 days. I just have to set my alarm because before, when I was sleeping like I was supposed to, I was waking up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So that was not an issue. But I guess now that my sleeping is off, that's been off. So I have to actually set an alarm. So that's my goal. Wake up and be at the gym at 6:45.
Okay. And you'll be able to do that how many times this week?
This week, I could do that. That time frame is fine. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Okay. So we got food, we've got our workouts. Sleep is in progress with some kind of routine for that. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
How do we feel about that plan?
Fine. Sounds like a plan.
Cool. Questions, comments, concerns?
Mm-mm.
Anything any of you need from me? Any ways I can help that have not been answered yet?
No.
Nope, I think I'm good.
Cool. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. If you are not already in the community, please join the community. This is where announcements will be made. Any events going on will be announced in there. Accountability throughout the week. I'm going to start using it more so we can try to get turn your notifications on for it. It's still developing, so if there's anything that you want inside of here, anything that you feel could be helpful, just let me know so we can add in. Right now we're currently working on like recipes and mobility stretch routines that can go in there just as resources for you guys. So just join that. It's free to join. And then that's where the link and the reminder for this weekly call will be. Cindy, I think, are you in there? Cam, you might be the only one not in there.
Okay. I started to go through it last time and Brett finished it. I'll do it today.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Well, if nobody has any other questions, comments, or concerns for me, we all have our homework. So I will see y'all same time, same place next week for a check-in.
All right.
And
All
then
right,
if
sounds
anything
good.
comes up in between, y'all can message me. Y'all have multiple ways of reaching me. So y'all have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.